Hey guys, it's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living, and today I'm going to be baking up some baby back ribs. I have to be honest guys, I'm not usually the one that makes this in the family, my husband does, but I'm doing it today because we're having a baby shower and I'm going to get them in early so we can have them for supper with a bunch of other things. So I was watching a bunch of different YouTube videos on how to take a membrane off the back of the ribs. Like I say, usually my husband does all this stuff. So I'm going to give it a whirl. Of course, they make it look so easy, people that do this stuff all the time. Let me get it. One guy said, recommended using a paper towel to hold the membrane because it's so slippery, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, let's see if I know what I'm doing. These are pork ribs, guys. So I just use a knife to like cut into where the membrane is. It says grab a hold of it. And pull it off. There you have it. Not too shabby. See if I can get these other ones done as easy as that one. Sorry guys, my battery died. I say that at every video. But I finally got all the membranes off. There's 6 racks of ribs here. 4 of them came off real easy, just like you just saw. The other 2 took a little while. It took a couple of times, so, but it's done. It's done. So, now what I'm gonna do, I could have did this last night and let it marinate all night, but I just didn't have it in me. Let me just get these rubs over here. And again, this is my husband's, realm of cooking, but I wanted to give it a whirl, and it doesn't seem too difficult. These are rubs that he uses. He'll tries all different kinds of rubs. He really does. Anything. But you can just use barbecue sauce and your own seasonings, but I'm going to try these rubs. This one's a sriracha rub. This one is a coffee rub. Oh, and that one's a coffee rub. But I'll use a couple with, I have some chicken and rib sauce, so I'll use some of that too. So now all we gotta do, oh, I should have, this is the sriracha. And I'm gonna load it up. Load it up real good. Woo! That was a big chunk. I'll use some of this on the back side too. You should flavor both sides of your ribs, the meaty side and the bony side. And it might seem like a lot, it is, but you need it. And it's going to soak all the way through this. It's going to be so good. I know I've tried these rubs, I forget which one I like best. I really don't know, but you just give it a good rub in there. I want to make sure that it's completely covered. Nothing left to see.
What you do?
Alright guys, I got them all rubbed up. I'm only going to be cooking 4 of these right now just because I can't find any of my stinking pans. So, here's 2 of the coffee rub ones and 2 of the sriracha rub ones. And that should be good because I'm making sliders and pigs in a blanket, and people are bringing food and more food. So, now what we do, we just wrap this up in tin foil. You can do these on the grill, and that's what my husband usually does. He does it on the barbecue, but I'm not doing that today. He has done it in the oven before too, but we gotta wrap these up good and tight. And then, now I could let this sit an hour, but I have lots of things to do today, and I don't have time to let this marinate, but it'll still be very flavorful. I have my oven set at 350 degrees. You can do it at 375 too, but I'm just going to do it at 350 right now. There. Snug as a bug in a rug. Alright guys, I'll bring you back. My oven's preheated. I'm going to stick these in. I'll bring you back in about an hour and a half.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Silly boy. Yeah, so don't they look pretty, pretty? Alright guys, the alarm, the timer just went off. The ribs have been in the oven for 2 hours. At the hour mark, I just took the bottom rack, the bottom pan, and put it on the top, and the top one on the bottom. So they would cook even. I gotta move you back a little bit. So it smells so good in here. Of all the stuff I've been making today, which is quite a few things, it's the ribs that smell. Smell up the joint. Woo! Now, this is super duper hot. Wow, look at that. That looks phenomenal. That's the sriracha rub. Now, if I was using, I'm going to put these back in the oven for a little bit so they, the stuff actually bakes on, but I'm not going to have the tin foil on it. That looks amazing. Gosh, I'm making an awful racket and noise and mess with this tin foil. I just don't want to touch it because it's so hot. Anyways, there we go. Take a gander. That looks good. Now, if I was doing like the sauce rub, I would have, at the halfway point, I would have taken it off and put another layer of it on, but I was doing the dry rub, so I didn't bother. Oh, I shut this off. I'll turn it back on for now. So now I'm going to put this back in the oven, just for about 10 minutes or so, so it kind of firms up, the rub kind of firms up on it. Woo. And it's only like 1:30, so I have enough time for these to cool down and cut them up. All right, I'll set the timer. And then I'll bring you back when it's time to take them out. Well, I'll take them out in 10 minutes and let them cool, and then we'll take a look at them. All right, well, I think I'm gonna try to start cutting these up. I just spoke to my husband. I'm like, do you usually put sauce on? And he does. So it's that Diane chicken and rib sauce there. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then for some of them, like, so if people want it with the sauce and don't want it with the sauce, they don't have to. But this is how you do ribs. Yeah, I'll put a couple pictures in at the end to show you how these turned out, just because I got lots going on here, and I'll let you know how it tastes. All right. All right, it's all cut up. This is the sriracha ones, this is the coffee ones, and this is the chicken and rib Diana sauce. So I'm gonna coat all of this and stick it back in the oven at 350 just for a little while so the sauce kind of cakes on there a bit, and then this will be all done. And here's the ribs and the little hamburger patties. I'm just going to give you guys a little walkthrough. We're going to make some sangria and a punch. And this is the spread so far. There's lots more to come.